Hello, everyone. Today we've got a pretty special Monday grab bag because if you take a look at me, I have a particular art style. A particular art style that kind of matches the one in this picture here. That is because these both are drawn by Mimi. Mimi is the artist that created Moo and also created Unicids, my partner in crime of streaming. And through her artwork, I was, able to start streaming at all because it was my first pick on who I wanted to represent Moo because her art style is adorable and lovely, and so it is an immense honor to provide a first look at Mimi's first alpha for a video game. Pictured here is a work, I think it's titled FPS Streamer by Mimi. Can be viewed on her Tumblr blog or on her Blue Sky account. And from this image, a full game is being formed. And that is what we will be looking at today. So, as always, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can look below for artist credits. And if you click on the image of Moo in Mimi's art style, you can go and see one of my favorite works by her and a couple of, or just a link generally to her main blog. I do not know quite how long this game is. It is an alpha, so, probably going to be a somewhat brief experience today, but I decide I would fill in any extra time that I have to go to my standard duration by checking out something else that is a FPS that's somewhat silly. Mimi Game Reel. Mimi Game Reel. And so the other thing I was going to check out after Mimi's game is Overboard, which is a 6-map set for Doom 2 by Syriac, who is who has made several different music videos on YouTube with a sort of surreal Photoshop kind of like slightly body horror kind of thing, like a bunch of cows transforming and shifting into fractal cows, stuff like that. And so Syriac has made a couple of different Doom WADs that are very, very high quality. And Overboard is a brief experience that is also rather funny. In any case, I'm very excited. Let's go fire this up. Fire up Sleepy Plant here. Volume mixer. Should get feed in a second. Pop, there it is. Dream affection. Wake up, sleepyhead. Gaia sick with Unum. Go into its dreams. Oh. Let's take a look around our room first. Got some sketches. Right choice potato chips. Some pill bottles. A figurine of our favorite character. Very cute. And there's me. So let's look around and see what we can interact with here. Turn on the lamp as I showed. We can play a game on our TV. Dang. Brutal. Touch bunnies, avoid spheres. Game over forever. Let's see. AngleBeatNews.com. Reports of UAPs on the rise. All across the world, 11.00 are meeting to discuss the recent surge of UFO UAP in our night skies. We all hope they come in peace, but who can really say? Our universe is so beautiful. Maybe that's why it's called a verse. More lights are in the sky every day, it seems. Maybe a new solar system is emerging before our eyes. In other news, IDK, oops, XP, silly me. Donate today, $10. 5 easy tips you won't believe it be. And another website we can visit. Night's Dreams. What's up, dreamers? Anomalous objects are being witnessed in increasing amounts over the past few months. Kinda spooky, TBH. I think something big is on the way, or maybe it's already here. Have you noticed the therapeutic effect stickers have on our mental well-being? They say a sticker a day keeps the doctor away. I think I got that wrong, actually. Sorry. Push our chair around a bit. I'm not going out there. You can see the cityscape outside a little bit, and I guess we'll sleep. Pick a color, my friends. Blue. Ooh. Looks like no music here yet. A few areas have music. So, we have a dragon gun, or just a dragon arm, or perhaps we're simply holding a dragon by its tail, maybe? They're not all done. Mimi commentary. Look at how happy he is. And yeah, this is an alpha, so expect to see various stages of completion for the different areas. Oh, a little spinny. Oh my goodness! Trilobites. That should keep them for a few millennia. Dragon or dinosaur? I honestly meant to say dinosaur and I got the word wrong. Let's wander around here. Ambiguous lizard creature. You know what? Exactly. That's exactly correct. I wonder if that's like a creature, like a fossil. It kind of gives the impression of a fossilized crabbish thing of some sort. Deeper and deeper. What could these be? Play user interface bits. Yeah. I'm going to take a quick look over here and then probably move on to another place, as it were. Cool visual effect if you hold down the fire button of... You get sort of like a rainbow focus mode active. Whoa! The stars. I wonder if that's going to lead back to where I was, so I'll check out a UFO, a real one. I love UFOs. Hello, friend. Alright, let's check out that space orb. Sporb. Cool. So, this is actually a neat, try pushing escape. Stickers. Keep dreaming. So, this is actually kind of an interesting technique that I wanted to talk about right here. So, it might be... To some of y'all, it might be pretty obvious how this works, but if you'll notice, like, you can see a starry world inside of this sphere, but we can still walk around it and see around, and if we get inside it, we're surrounded by stars on all sides. This technique is done by having many textures in games are in fact one-directional. A texture will have a front side and a back side, and this is called a normal. The normal direction determines what side the texture is on. And so, by making a sphere and pointing all of the normals to be inwards, you can create a sphere that, while making sure that there's no texture on the opposite of the normals, opposite side of the normals, you can make a sphere that you can look into but cannot see out of. Inverted normals is a simple and easy technique that you can use at low tech cost, essentially the same exact cost as just any sort of 3D model and texture would, to make somewhat interesting visual effects. And so I wanted to talk about that for a while now, and this is a perfect opportunity to raise up that concept. There are many games as well that do a cool visual effect where everything has a black outline, and one of the easy ways to do that is to have a inverted normals with a black texture, and having that be surrounding the object. That way, if you look past the edge of it, you see only a little bit inside of the black texture, and when you're trying to look past the object, but because it's a shell that's very close to the edge of the object, it doesn't take up any more space than that. And the final result of this is creating a cute black outline around an object, which is great for cartoony stuff. Let's wake up. Go into dreams to help us all heal. Unlucky. Definite benefit of playing this game is I get to see new Mimi art. Like this one. It's very cute. And this one. I'm very cute. And of course, every texture in the game. Oh! Yvette's Corner. Date, September 23rd. Good today, it's your girl Yvette. Things have been kind of funny recently. There was a weird-looking dog in the street, but then out of nowhere it just went poof and disappeared. If that wasn't enough, my girlfriend said I was reading her mind. She looked so upset. I went to the store yesterday and everything was so expensive, but I guess that's part of growing up. I got a new snack to try, RC's banana chips. Not like real banana chips, they're banana-flavored potato chips. My job at the restaurant. Okay, so I guess the things that we can read on the computer change each day. That's very clever. I like that. We've got our adorable bunny plushie, too. Try watching the window for a sec. UFOs, maybe? Possibly a random chance. Nothing yet. Back to sleep. Oh, right choice, snack flavor. Oh, they're 90-degree chips. Wonderful. I've been asleep for 111,111,111 years, but I'm so rested now. So let's see. Oh! It appears that shooting a planet also sends you there. We have arrived in Kitty City. Yay! Greetings, I am Lei. According to my calculations, the dream space is called Kitty City, but there are rabbits too. 1 second, audio balance. There we go. Oh. Friends. Goodness gracious, I love how this game looks. Rabbit Angel. Hi! Friend. I love you too, friend.
Tality Havoc just cheered 100 bits.
Thank you for the cheer. Welcome to Kitty City. Let's explore. I think maybe the most lovely part about this is by streaming this game here, like just by this video existing, I've recreated the Mimi artwork that was highlighted at the very start of the stream. Local FPS streamer playing cute kitty game. I'm literally the FPS streamer. And it feels great. Oh. Love? They're a little intimidating, but I still offer my friendship. Well, I guess that's how falling in dreams works. Shocks yourself awake often. Oh my gosh! Virtual pop star takes IRL stage. The world's first virtual vocalist to break the top 40, Les Ann, is performing her first live show using cutting-edge military-grade holograms. The Department of Peacekeeping is kindly sharing this technology in exchange for having a recruitment desk at every show. Wow, doesn't she love her country? No one knows how this technology works, so we are excited to see it for the first time. Rumors have it that it's constructed out of salvage parts of a UFO. But that's just rumors, of course. Hmm. I've been a Les Ann fan for a long time. I don't know what to think about military sponsorship, though. Bunny collection. I love video games. Video games are so good. There's enough bunnies on screen that essentially the only way I can lose is if one of the orbs appears directly on top of me at this point. Pro gamer. Not going out there. I'm Millie, by the way. I chose you because you sleep a lot and you seem lonely. Yay. Back to Kitty City. Wait, did you just appear out of a puff of smoke? Did I see that right? I offer you my affection as well, Lay. I don't know if y'all are able to hear clearly what's being said when I walk up to the door. Oh. It is not just reading the text that appears on screen. Metal Katamari. They're going to kill you. More orbs. Whoa! Slippery. As someone who was incredibly tickled by the game, Crypt Worlds, I am massively enjoying this. I love to just wander around spaces like this. Lots more to see in Kitty City, I'm sure. But there's more to see here, too. I'm sure. Whoa. I understand, Unicids. I was just clarifying myself too. I'm going to try walking between those pillars, and if nothing happens there, I'll wake up and maybe check out another area too. I very much so like the structure of this game. I didn't entirely expect this to be the sort of open wandering, maze-like dream world of Yume Nikki through the lens of a first-person shooter. But I am certainly delighted to see that it is. Welcome to my website. Bonjour, this is my photography website. Taking pictures is my life. It's all I have left. Have ever wished for o as with for jaw if for ojif oij ojif o if joy after eogio ijo tissue o wo bio fidgetsi o I words wheel woey Phi God Stigaffle 04 W. If I see text on the screen, I will read it. It is the contract I have signed as a VTuber. Oh, Gaia. Poor Gaia. Let's try Green Planet. Enjoy the music of this area, as created by Unicids in the chat. And for that reason, I will turn it up a bit. This is wild. A crashed UFO. Maybe that's what those squids were? Was that an alien? Oh, they're sad because their UFO crashed. Here again. So this is the inside of a UFO. Anything out the window? Nothing. Unim versus Unim, global and local distortions. Okay, so it's like Unim is planet-wide low-wavelength miasma or distortion, and Unim, and Unim, is high-wavelength but contained in small fluctuating pockets. Please, please, please at .blogarea.com. Unim versus Unim. Yawns again. I'm gonna do a little bit more looking around over here. I'm a secret hunter at heart. Maybe if I smack my face against that orb. Some part of me is just thinking, oh, what if I fire backwards in order to speed up? Kind of thing. I do not think that is a real mechanic. Whoa. I know this. I know what this is. Kind of. I've seen you before. I've met you. Shrine dedicated to you. Oh, Gaia is sick with Unum. Maybe if we all work together. The internet, a web of connectivity, but people are feeling isolated now more than ever. What's up with that? We need to connect, connect, connect. Meet your neighbors, talk to strangers even if it's inconvenient. Introduce your online friends to your IRL ones. Nobody wants to bother anyone else though, or be bothered, so it's not that easy, is it? Is your online presence more you than your IRL? You're afraid, right? I am too. Dawn 8. Today, $10. 5 easy tips you won't believe it.
Tality Habit just cheered 100 bits.
Was I not paying attention? Aw. Hugs you. Let's go! Alright. Yellow planet. Something else I missed when I woke up. Heaven Creek. Oh my god. Airplane friend. It's like the midpoint between a pterodactyl and an aeromorph. Big friend needs a lot of love. Oh! So the worlds are linked. I really like the idea of events occurring in my awake world. Just as I progress through the game. That is really clever and exciting. My computer's not working. Gonna take a quick look at this flower and then... Very cute. A door over there. Someone over here. Careful of the water. Oh, it's you again. It's always dusk here. Or maybe it's dawn? The test results were inconclusive. Aren't dinosaurs so charming? Lovely vocalizations. Party time. I love it.
I don't wanna let go.
Thank you Ariel Clown Girl Honk Honk for following.
Howdy. Thanks for following. Pay respects to dinosaurs. Climb up here, and then I'm going to approach that door that I saw. Ah. Don't get distracted. Oh, that rotates. That rotates. You can keep climbing. Radio tower. No, a crane. I love you, crane. Whoa. Waveforms. Sparkle sticker. Oh, made it. I can move it around. There. Now my friend is shiny. Tower? No. Mysterious place. Guy is sick with Unum. My laptop broke. I still can't log in. Let's go. Oh, right, if I shoot something, it'll teleport me there. The world of the microbiome. Friend. Very, very friend. Fractal friend. And yeah, I noticed the sticker has the effect of making sparkles drop down from the top of the screen. Anything for visiting this corner? If not, I will backtrack and go over to the microscope. Professional platformer. Powerful gamer. Goodness, I love this. There really is something to be said for games focused around exploration and discovery. Not knowing what to expect around a corner is... it's a feeling I'm a sucker for. More little fellows on the petri dish. Be happy, friends. Microscope first. No microscope. Both of them are one way. Beakerland. I know this place too. I recognize these houses. For anyone confused about what I'm talking about when I say I recognize these or this is familiar, I mean previous artwork by Mimi. A lot of these areas are 3D representations of prior artwork Mimi's made. New sticker. Medication. does this one do? Pills here. Love flower. Start pushing other buttons. Good idea. None of the primary letters seem to do much. Tilde is one of my actual computers, my VTubing shortcuts. Secret mechanics. Exciting. Oh. I'm putting stickers on my wall.
They're going to kill you. They're going to kill you.
Any special buttons while I'm awake? Chair. Chair. Let's go. Whoa. Heal the bleeding pyramid. The core conceit of this game does kind of remind me a little bit of another favorite of mine, Princess Remedy in a World of Hurt, which is a top-down sort of exploratory RPG with top-down arena shooter segments for curing people. I shan't dare get my hopes up for it, but there's certainly someone I would love to meet. Oh. Help in the ways you can. Come back. I noticed that each person I provide love to increases the counter in the lower left. Any sort of secret mechanic related to that, though, I don't know. I can't make them happy, but I can make them less sad. Go to the floating thing? Yep. On me way. There's just also people. I want to help. Okay, making a request. Should I go visit that person over there, or is that going to, like, teleport me? Before I do this. Dragon first. E to speak. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I forgive you. It's too late? That is a fascinating thing you just said. Watch out for the blood. I seem to be able to talk to it from any distance. Ah, just theorizing on... It's too late. Gotcha. Yeah, I seem to be able to talk to it from any distance. She said watch out for it, not that I need to take any sort of special countermeasures. Just sort of attention. Blood. Professional chair kicker.
They're going to kill you.
Have to do the OVERBOARD test. Back to Kitty City, I think. Expert platforming. Move tech. Let's see, already gone that way. There seems to be something that resets sticker position. Bunny sticker? Bunny sticker! I don't want bunny sticker to hide behind the interface. Bunny. Doesn't give me a double jump or anything. I love you, plushy snail. That building is grooving. I love you, groovy building. Cat train. This place is a lot bigger than you'd initially think.
Tality Havoc just cheered 100 bits.
Thank you so much. Cat train. Cat train. I like the snails being in a nice orderly line waiting for their chance to go visit the fountain. Whoa! I didn't see you up there. Also another friend. I hopped into a car, and it brought me here. This is not Kitty City. This is something else. This is something else. It is no longer nighttime, according to the upper left.
To another place.
Yeah. Huh? Hey, Kitty City. Yippee! Can I crouch or anything? Time to find out if this does work or not. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, let's... We hide the sticker. No, we do jump the same height. Friend! Friend, friend, friend! Sticker friend! Okay, just careful, because I don't want to visit I dimension. Something secret. Rabbit UFO. Bunnies plus cats forever. I love this channel. This game does seem to encourage and reward exploration, which is very nice. That makes me happy. I feel like I can do that. There's also a box there. Cozy. Dragons are emergent properties of dreams. Friend. Hello, I am the Kitty City Dragon. So many of my friends are sad. Oh, won't you please cheer them up? I love you, Kitty City Dragon. Climb the kitty. Darn. Oh, small kitty. Whoa. No way. Kitty! It's a nice day today, isn't it? Kitty. You are wonderful, Kitty. It is a nice day. All dreams come to an end, though.
They're going to kill you.
I think I'm going to leave the game there. I am, however, definitely excited to explore more in this game in the future. And... goodness gracious. So yes, again, debut game of Mimi, the artist behind myself, right here. And I am absolutely delighted. I love this game so much already, and I really look forward to seeing how it shapes up in the future. And yeah, I will hold in my heart a secret hope that I eventually meet a longtime friend within these dreamscapes someday. This game is available for free on Mimi's itch page, which I will now put in the chat. There you go. If you want to explore this world and find stuff for yourself, or do some community just chatting with others about... They're real. They are real.
They're going to kill you.
This game seems like it is ripe for including a whole bunch of different cool secrets. And so... goodness gracious. Charming. So charming. I encourage you all to also download this game, check it out, wander around, and support Unicids and me. Let's see here. Still got 20-ish minutes before my minimum duration, so I am going to switch to a different kind of FPS, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, and I will now fire up Doom 2. Doom 2 Hell on Earth. There we go. Switch the game category. And we are going to be taking a quick look at Overboard, a rather silly Doom-wad, as I mentioned, by Syriac. Thanks for stopping by, Unicids. So bear with me as I swap things around here. Absolutely delightful. Overboard. Fire it up. So, Doom. Come on. There we go. Doom has had a modding scene for basically as long as Doom has existed. And it's still active today. And the there is the Kako Awards, which are a yearly awards show for the greatest things that have been created in the Doom community. Probably the most notable and one of the most famous is MyHouse.wad, which used a whole bunch of silent teleporters and visual tricks and quirks of the engine, and tricks allowed by modern source ports for all sorts of mind-bending effects, along with a subtle, understated story. But this is going to be a little bit different. This one's just kind of silly. So this is a pretty well-designed, small 6-level set that is rather goofy and joins us as Doom Guy goes on a lovely UAC cruise ship for a nice, relaxing summer vacation. Gotta fix that. Mouse sensitivity is also wrong here. That's better. So this is map 1, Cruisin' UAC. I brought this up back when I brought up the concept back when I first played the My House, but these maps take good advantage of or do a very good job of a thing called Doom Cute. Doom Cute is when you use primitives in order to create real-world objects. And so, through using nothing but primitive shapes, they've made what looks like a nice bed right there. And some computer terminals, a chair made out of just simple shapes, stuff like that. A shower stall. And this particular map pack will be using that to very good effect for lots of silly little gags and such things like that. Berserk Pack allows you to greatly increases your punch damage. And you might think that this is something that I didn't know for a very long time. Just because the red effect fades from the screen, the Berserk Pack doesn't wear off. For the entire rest of the level, I will have Berserk, up until we do a level transition. See where to go. There's some room I missed. That's all it is. Here we go. Yeah, one of the reasons I really like Overboard is there's very good jobs of set dressing. Like, you got this crack in the side of the ship there, with water pouring through. Hang on, I gotta check something. What is the title of my episode here? Maybe some Doom After is in the title. Okay. Oh yes, I think it was Ash that I don't... Oh, let's see, what was it? I think I was talking with Ash about going down the other 30 map pack by Syriac, and they point out the existence of Overboard to me, and I think I just streamed me playing through Overboard for the first time with them. Got the right key. We've got our escape boat. Are you ready? Are you ready for one of the best intermission screens in the history of Doom? It cracks me up every time. Uh-oh, we ran out of fuel. Entering Skeleton Coast. So much for the cruise ship, I suppose. Let's talk about pistol starting. A pistol start is a concept that comes from a quirk of how the original Doom game was made. In that, I believe most of the levels for Doom were made around, like, coinciding with each other. And one of the effects of that is the levels were designed without the other levels before or after them considered. And so if you enter a level in Doom, you'll often find that there are weapons that are just on the ground that you can pick up, despite the fact you almost certainly have that weapon already from a previous level. And this is because many of those maps were designed independently. And so, as a little bit of extra challenge that you can do for yourself in Doom maps, and a whole lot of Doom mappers will respect this concept, is Pistol Start, where each time you enter a new map, you lose all your weapons. And so you start at 100 health, no armor, 50 bullets, and a pistol. I won't be doing that for this run, but this map also respects that, and so that's why you'll find some... That's why you can find, like, another super shotgun right here, for example. And so it's a fun little way to add a little bit of extra challenge if you want to existing maps. And quite a lot of maps that you'll find online will actively allow for it. For playing maps continuously, mappers can also encourage specific weapon use by simply not giving you ammo for it. For example, if I had a plasma cannon from the previous map, I would only have enough plasma to fire enough shots for whatever I had left over. And because I haven't found any more plasma in this map, I wouldn't be able to use the plasma gun for any longer than that, because I'd just quickly run out of ammo. So through these means, you can sort of soft encourage a player to use specific weapons simply by, from a mapping perspective, choosing which ammo you allow the player to have. Did I select ultraviolence at the start? I think I did. Another thing I didn't really know about Doom is that the different difficulty levels don't just change, like, the damage output of enemies, but actually, like, the full patterns that enemies take. Like, just what enemies exist at all. And this map set is no exception to that either. There are harder enemy patterns and more unique, tougher enemies that ambush you at specific times. Higher difficulties. Doom guy dumping all his gear into the ocean before going to the island. Exactly. Precisely. That's what Pistol Start is all about. This stuff is so heavy, I don't want to carry it around. Surely there's no more demons. Anyway, there's a fuel can here. I could have sworn that guy wasn't there a moment ago. They teleport my fuel can away. And a boat full of skeletons has arrived. Oh no. Ah! Agitating skeleton host. I have a question for all viewers, by the way. Revenants, the skeleton guys. Would you say that they're wearing red shorts? Is that an obvious question? They're wearing, like, chest armor and red shorts, maybe? Right? I agree completely. You got red shorts on that are kind of scruffed up and messed up a bit. A bit of ripped pants. Supposedly that's just supposed to be blood pouring down their body from the armor segment above. But no. I have my Sprite interpretation, and I'm sticking with it. I have always seen that as being red shorts, and I will always see that as being red shorts. all they had. It's all they had time to put on before getting to work. Let's see. All kills, all secrets. I'm gonna see if I can find a med kit somewhere. There we go. Alright, now moving on. Let's talk about another quirk of Doom. Green armor. Green armor brings you to 100 armor, but 100% armor. But the fascinating thing is Mega Armor, the one that gives you 200% armor, is actually more effective armor per percentage point than normal armor is. So I actually have more defense toward my health if I keep this blue armor, as opposed to picking up a green to refresh it. Because as soon as I pick up the green armor, I will be wearing the green type, and it will be less effective. More armor per armor. That's correct. Depth charge. Cover's blown. The blur sphere. Let's talk about it. The blur sphere is somewhat disrespected as an upgrade in this game, because what the blur sphere does is it makes enemies less accurate. And for things like imps, if they shoot at you, they always fire exactly at you, which makes them predictable and makes them easy to circle strafe. If you're wearing the blur sphere, though, speaking of which, beautiful Doom cute and beautiful visual effects in this map, to do something as simple as this requires a high mastery of the Doom engine, honestly, because technically you can't have areas that are layered over each other. You have a floor and a ceiling and an empty space. So Blur Sphere is great against hit scanner enemies that have bullets, but a honest-to-god detriment when facing anything that fires projectiles. Also check out our map. And listen carefully. I spent too long talking, so I couldn't take advantage of the Blur Sphere. Another very notable feature of Doom is monster infighting. This is a feature that was actually brought over into Minecraft, which I believe was directly inspired by the fact that Doom had it, where if an enemy will try and shoot directly at you, but if it hits another enemy on the way, they will get distracted and start fighting each other instead, as long as you haven't hit them yet. An imp. A shotgunner. That's more dangerous. A chain gunner. That's even more dangerous. What's going to be behind the last door? Punchlines through level design. come on. Oh boy. BTA Lady Havoc providing additional context that I wasn't able to get to verbally in the heat of the moment there. The same is true not just of Quake there, but also with Doom. There are several enemy types that if they shoot each other in the back, they won't get angry. Nor will they actually damage each other. While hit scanner enemies can hit each other and get angry with each other, imps are immune to imp fireballs. Which means that you cannot cause an infighting party with nothing but imps. But if a hit scanner shoots an imp, then yes, they will fight amongst themselves. Yes, can. There's a lot of skeletons. Three monsters remain, and there they are. And there we go. Depth charge finished. Entering Kakotoa. This map is another one that does very, very cool things with map geometry. I would like y'all to, just in general, vaguely, as the map goes on, pay attention to the walls and stuff. I'll probably highlight it if it happens, if I happen to be looking at it while it happens. But just at large. Neat map geometry stuff will happen. Those are called Kako demons, which is why this map is called Kakotoa. Interesting, I'm just really ahead of schedule. This fight is on a timer, but I did really well for that first bit. Which means that the rest of the fight's going to be a fair bit easier. So I'm not dealing with more monsters at a time than I normally would be. That said, here we go! Quick save. That's an Archvile. Not only does it do a screen blocking fire effect and tries to zap you if you're within vision of it, but anytime that's not actively trying to zap you, it will revive any enemy on the map that it encounters the corpse of. A lot of hit scanners showing up. Oh my god. That thing's just been going ham, reviving everything. Any more arch files? I think I got them all. You might be wondering what the difference between the sort of the red and the pale demon barons is. The difference is the red ones have a lot more health, like a stupid amount of health. That is a comprehensive list of all differences between them. One missing secret. Oh yes, I kind of remember it. It's... Could have sworn there's like an entryway over here that leads to... Weird. Oh, no, it's... willfully run through the lava. That's something I'm going to change here. There. Doom's default invincibility visual effect is very hard on the eyes, especially when it wears off, because it blinks. So I always swap to this one, which, when it blinks, it's still kind of unpleasant to look at, but it's not horrid. On to the next. Archipelago. Archie being a nickname for Archviles. Three of them are doing some sort of arcane ritual. Get back here. I would just like to point out how incredibly awesome the visuals are in this map. Look up at the ceiling, please. That was embarrassing. Damaging floor to be in the sky. Good lord. The way to prevent an archvile from zapping you is to put a wall between you and it before the little pillars of flame appear at its hands. There's exactly one frame where it actually does its damage, and so as long as you successfully are occluded from its vision during that exact frame, you're fine. So we've got one archvile down, two left. Ugh. These things are just sniping me. There. Archvile seems to be infighting with them. That's two. Uh-oh. More. Quick saving, just in case. Yep. I noticed I did kind of put myself in a corner there, so... I most definitely have the game set to ultra violence difficulty. Of course, you know, I could just do this. But where's the fun in that? We've got demons to kill. There it is. I knew there was another megasphere around here. I just could not find it. Okay, we've gotten control of the situation again. On some level. Oh. Is that everyone? Phew. It's weird though. We only killed 2 archviles. Where's the last one? Nice try, buddy. He even brought his luggage with him. Seaside Siege. This is the last level of the map set.
Bad Game Hall of Fame just rated with 12 viewers.
Hello, Bad Game Hall of Fame. Earlier today I was playing a game made by a friend, but now I am currently playing a Doom 2 map set called Overboard, which is by Syriac, the person who makes the surreal YouTube music videos. They're also a prolific Doom mapper. Their maps are very beautifully designed, and they have a lot of character to them. Lots of attention to detail and silliness. Pretty good at including humor just through the use of actual map details, like having a sinking boat out in the distance and watching as a imp jumps off of the edge of it while it sinks, stuff like that. Let me real quickly here. Shout out. Shout out to Bad Game Hall of Fame, and also, do I still have that page? Previously, I was playing a very different first-person shooter, which I have put in the chat again. It is an FPS made by the person who drew my artwork, the original artist from Moo, and they made a first-person shooter where you shoot hearts at things in order to cheer up animals in a dreamscape. It is very cute and very charming and very open-ended. And super looking forward to how it develops in the future. But yeah. That... I just did a weird technique called an archvile jump on accident. You can't jump in Doom, but an archvile can knock you upward, and I skipped part of the map by doing that. Interact with us? No? I am so screwed. There we go. I think the reason it didn't work earlier is because I had gotten into this area early on accident. Take full advantage of the immortality I have for the moment. There. Tag Game Hall of Fame. Good folks. Wonderful community. Oh my god, the Archvile was distracted, but I hit him, so he changed his target at the very end there. Really, I'm playing it astoundingly close over and over, huh? Okay. Quick save. Just in case. Nice to dark file. Just die. Another cute visual gag here. Bartender. Here we are. Very important secret here. Wonderful set dressing. I'm almost done with the first part of this map. This map represents a huge, huge difficulty spike in the map set, which, appropriate considering it's the final one. Asterisk. But... I don't know, I'd say I'm doing pretty well playing on Ultraviolence. The only reason I couldn't do Archipelago was because I genuinely didn't realize there was another Megasphere to pick up. Let's see here. There's one more secret I know about, but it's probably a good time to crack it open. Here we go. Yeah. Ah. Quick save, and here we go. This is the BFG. However you think it may work, unless you've, like, looked up Decino's video explaining it, you're probably wrong about how it works. This weapon is extremely strange and does not behave remotely how you'd think it would. You see a big energy ball that you shoot, and the majority of the damage from the BFG does not actually come from that. Instead, the moment the energy ball detonates, a whole bunch of damage rays are fired from your face, I think in the direction of the ball, or just forward from your point of view. So it's more accurate to say that when the BFG ball explodes, you fire a massive shotgun of damage straight forward from your eyes. It's very bizarre. But once you know that that's about how it works, it becomes a lot more usable in ways that feel intentional. Becomes a lot easier to handle as a weapon. There's supposed to be resources here, but I picked them all up because I accidentally did an Archvile jump. Which does mean I'm low on cells, which is kind of concerning. Ah, here we are. Doom Guy laser vision. Yeah, it's now what the BFG is. Laser vision shotgun blast. Okay. If you thought this level was chaotic earlier, let's go. How about 5 trillion imps? It's like an ant swarm. It really is. So many imps that they behave more like a liquid than anything else. I didn't seriously, like, waste all of my cells, did I? Am I really out of cells at this point? I don't want to have to chain gun down, 1 or 2 cyber demons. It's gonna be bad. Okay. Fuel. And a lot of it, too. That's enough fuel to bring us all the way home. Stretch my armor a bit. Poke the Mancubus up there. If you're wondering why I'm staggering my shots like that, it is a quirk of how the minigun works. The minigun will always fire 2 bullets per trigger pull, or like per instance of shooting. And in addition, the first 2 bullets fired when first firing the minigun, like when you left click, those first 2 shots are always perfect accuracy. The minigun has spread, but not if you are shooting it for the first time, as opposed to full auto. So if you repeatedly click while making sure to add just enough delay for the minigun to stop shooting, you can fire it like a laser. Two enemies left. Cyber Demon and presumably a lost imp somewhere. Let me do better than that. I said, let me do better than that. That was a good one. %, health, everything's fine. Let's not waste our precious energy cells on imps this time. We had a lot more rockets than me. The Cyber Demon sniped me from all the way up there. Okay, I think I have a better idea. Bail. If I don't injure the Cyber Demons first, then they can help me with the imps. Wrong weapon. Damn, I'm choking hard. The last health point is the only one that matters. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Ugh. I'll get this.
To another place.
I will get this. The siege is a matter of enemy prioritization. Come on down, cyber demons. Get off your high castle. Your high horse. Your castle battlements. You can see them fighting it, infighting with barons up there. Start. Come on down, buddy. Crowd surfing. Bam. That's more like it. Okay, I need to not screw this up. This time. Hey, imps. Shoot at me. Come on, you know you wanna. Red player mantra. What was the thing I said that was red player style? I really don't want to fight him up here. There's a whole bunch of walls that the rockets can hit. That's what killed me last time. Please. We're not out of the woods yet. I get. Teleport up top. Never mind, we are.
How they shine.
Tality Havoc just cheered 100 bits.
Gas cans collected. $467 monsters behind us. Let's return to our boat. See you later, suckers. Thank you for cruising with UAC. We hope you enjoyed your holiday and look forward to sailing with you again in the future. Please take a moment to complete our customer satisfaction survey. You win the game! As you can see, we're sailing back home. Plenty of fuel. Uh-oh. Cruising UAC Plus. While this is a small map set of only 6, it does have a New Game Plus that brings a lot higher of difficulty to the maps. For example, you remember that Cyber Demon that was on the bottom floor trapped in a box? Yeah, he's just on the deck now. I may be able to beat this map set on Ultraviolence, but I most certainly cannot beat New Game Plus on Ultraviolence. So, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. Thank you for joining me. And I really can't say it enough. The modding scene for Doom is really, really incredible. If you ever want to get into it, first get a copy of Doom. You can probably just pick up one on Steam. Doom and Doom 2. And then from there, download Use the Doom. Ultimate Z Doom. And if you link that, if you prove that you have a valid copy of Doom by showing, you know, your purchase Steam version to UZ Doom, then it allows you to access its version of it, which has all of these options and all that sort of stuff, and support, drag and drop support for playing basically any map in existence. But yeah, and if you're ever looking for what to start with, just go and look up the Kako Awards, which are the yearly awards show for Doom maps, and just play some of those. And you're bound to have a good time. Let's see. Yeah. Riverside's talking about Hillsboro. On Wednesday, I will be joining Nairi for our Educational Toho Project feature. So for now, we can raid on over to her channel.
To another place.
Start the raid here, and thanks always, friends, for joining. Try out the game I linked in chat, Mimi's game. It is lovely. And say hello to my co-host for the Wednesday Toho historical context stream. To another place, my friends.